I left my reading
let me
glasses
start.
back to where I was living.
Hi, who do we have here? What's your name and where are you from?
My name is Kenny Harkness. I'm from Londonderry, Northern Ireland.
Northern
And I like
Ireland.
Manchester United.
Manchester. I finally found him, guys. How are you, man? How old are you again?
I was 67.
67. Last time you told me some stories about Miami when you were
I'll
younger.
tell you what, Miami's a great city.
Yeah?
But you know what, even better? Montreal.
Montreal?
Fuck, a great place, man.
Is it better than Miami?
The people there are fucking really friendly.
Yeah.
I was in hospital there for 13 months.
Okay.
As a young guy.
I want to know more about how you got to where you are now. How did you get to Canada? And when did you leave Ireland?
My father brought us.
When?
In 66.
66. So your father left Ireland and Northern Ireland and brought you to Canada.
Yeah.
And then from then, how old were you? 16?
I was 14.
14. You had so many kids. You told me last time that you've met one of your daughters.
Yeah.
Working.
Toronto Star.
Yeah. No, not the Toronto Star. The one that was working at the shelter, homeless shelter.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Wow, man, you've been through a lot. You've seen a lot.
I'm glad you showed up.
In Montreal, what's the worst thing you've seen in Montreal?
What's interesting? The Grand Prix goes right through the town, and you see Pride. My daughter's gay in Toronto, and we went to Pride last year. Well, let me tell you, the Pride in Montreal was like fucking 100 times bigger, and they put all the money in for the hat for the HIV. You know, I mean, they're like.
Yeah.
I tell you what, I just love Montreal. You know, in the hospital, when you go for a 45-minute walk.
Yeah.
And nobody worried about it. You know? Here you do that to call the police to have you arrested.
You're arrested. Yeah. What are they saying to you? How long do you have left? How long do you have left?
Here?
Yeah. When are they going to give you a place?
Another couple of months.
Are they going to give you a place?
Yeah.
Did they say
I hope
that
so.
to you? Okay. And you said the food. How's the food in there? Fucking shit. Yeah.
So good.
Have you ate yet?
Yeah.
You didn't eat yet, did you? We'll get you some food. You didn't eat? Wow, man, this is sad.
Hey, what's your name again?
Huh?
Your name again?
English.
English.
Yeah. Northern Ireland, man.
You remind me of fucking who's that comedian? Billy Connolly.
Billy
You know Billy Connolly?
No, I don't know who that is.
Scottish comedian.
Yeah?
Yeah. But you know, Ian Paisley.
He had what?
Ian Paisley.
Yeah?
He led the UEA across the bridge.
Okay.
He was a Presbyterian, 6'11", weighed 300 pounds.
Wow.
You know, Jerry Adams says, if we had Paisley on our side, we would have won this war a long time ago.
Exactly. I was going to ask you as well, was there another overdose in the place or?
Oh yeah, a few of them.
Few of them?
Yeah.
People are dying, right?
Yeah.
From overdoses.
Yeah.
Is that a big
Crazy.
issue?
Yeah. Really crazy.
Do you remember Caroline?
Yeah.
You know Caroline?
But you know her? She kept dealing fake crack cocaine. And she came into my room and stole $40 out of my pocket, so I didn't go to her funeral, you know.
Yeah.
And then there was Devo, right?
Yeah.
So Devo thinks he's a fucking hard man, you know. And there was a guy there staying in the hostel. His name was, anyway, he was white like me, a real tough guy.
Yeah.
Anyway, we were at Strawnhouse. Devo had a big iron bar and he was banging on my door. And fucking Trey came out and says, leave Kenny alone or I'll fucking knock you out. And Devo went running into the room, locked the door and got away. Yeah, Trey was special, you know.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what,
so Caroline, you didn't go to her funeral? You didn't go to Caroline's funeral?
No.
Wow. Did anybody turn up there?
3 or 4.
Yeah? That's sad, man. And I heard they found her body in her room.
Yeah.
Because she overdosed for a few days and her body was smelling in the room.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah.
That is so mean. That's mad, right?
Crazy.
That's disturbing, isn't it? I want to know, like, how do you keep your mental state at? Because every time I speak to you, you're there. You're cognitively there. You understand. You know what's going on. You know your surroundings. At this age, how do you still have it?
Well, you know, I work on it day by day.
Yeah?
You know what? You know how much money I'm getting tomorrow morning?
How much?
10 o'clock? 180.
100.
And you know where I'm going?
Yeah.
Woodbine. Value Village. I've got to buy myself a new pair of Nike sneakers or
What do you need? What are you wearing right now? What do you need? I can bring you shoes tomorrow.
oh yeah?
Yeah, I can
Size
buy
12.
you shoes, and I know you need a belt.
Yeah, size
Right?
12.
Size 12?
Yeah.
Any running shoes, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and what size belt do you wear? Like 32, right?
33, yeah, 33.
33? I'm gonna get you a belt because every time I see you, you're holding on to your trousers, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna get you a belt and some shoes. And the thing is, how am I gonna find you?
Oh, I'll be around here.
I come here sometimes. If I don't come in the morning, I can't find you. The only time I find you is the morning time.
Well, you
I
found
don't
me
know where the
today.
fuck you
Next
hibernate
time you
at.
looked into it, not again for it. I was chilling.
I don't know where you...
I gotta tell you a funny story. You're gonna
Yeah.
laugh. I was living in London, England, right?
Yeah.
And I used to an hour away from Northern Ireland.
Yeah.
So I get the British business flight return to Belfast.
Yeah.
Rent a car in Belfast and drive to Derry and party with all my relatives, right? That was on my mother's side. My father was from Oman, and I never met any Harkins from Oman. So I it was time to drive to Oman. Anyway, I picked up a telephone book, and this David Harkins took me up to this lovely pub out in the boonies, and the doorman fucking called me a yank, and fucking wouldn't let us in, right? And David says, "You are a piece of work. We're getting in here, and you apologize." He said, "I'm not apologizing. Who are you?" So anyway, David picked him up, right? Put him down, he caught his breath, and he says, "By the way, you're welcome to come in, and I'm sorry, I apologize, I didn't mean to call you an Irish yank."
How dare he call you a yank? Is he alright? How dare does he call you a yank? And what was I gonna ask you? What do you miss about back home the most? What do you miss most about back home?
You know what I miss?
Yeah.
The crack.
The crack over there is better?
No, you know, you get into the pubs,
Yeah.
and people correspond with you, you know.
Oh, you mean the
Yeah, not crack
interaction?
cocaine, no, I don't do that.
You mean the interaction with people in the pubs? Yeah. There's barely any pubs here, right? There's barely any pubs around here, right?
Oh, well, you see, Oma, there's got to be fucking 1,000 pubs. Fucking-
And
you know, I'm at Miami Airport. You're
Yeah.
gonna laugh. The Williams sisters, father,
yeah,
and
Serena and Venus.
they showed up where they made their money, you know.
Yeah. Wow, man. Well, since you've been in this place, what's the craziest thing you've seen?
What's the craziest thing I've seen in here?
Yeah.
I seen a guy get stabbed.
In here?
Yeah.
Did he?
Yeah, they arrested him. He escaped out of Kingston, and he ended up there. He threw me down and broke my hip, and then he stabbed this guy, and the heart killed him. So they drove from fucking Kingston just to fucking take him back to the pen. Fucking crazy
Wow.
fucking
So
people.
they came from Kingston, the prison, to come and get him
Yeah.
and take him back in. And he stabbed somebody,
He stabbed, yeah.
and he threw you over.
He fucking threw me down, fucking broke my hip.
Wow, what an idiot! What an idiot! What an idiot! And I was gonna ask you as well, like, don't you watch your like shows from back home, the EastEnders, Coronation Street?
Oh yeah.
Do you still watch
Coronation
those?
Street. I like Coronation Street.
You like Coronation
You
Street?
know what I like? Z cars.
Yeah?
Do you remember Z cars?
No, I don't remember
Well,
that.
you remember Bubble and Squeak?
Yeah,
I tell you, being a Cockney, you know that.
Yeah. How could I not
Are you a
know?
Cockney?
As soon as you said that, it hit me.
You've been to Uganda?
Yeah,
I've been there.
yeah.
Yeah. I was at the capital, Bogota. I
Bogota.
booked into a 4-star hotel, and there's a big long lineup, and I said, "I'll bet you there's a really good meal there." So anyway, they had a gallon machine, right? And I stuck a coin in, and I got 4 bells. I won 1,000 fucking American dollars, right? So the guy next to me said, "Jesus Christ," you know what I said? "Goulash for everyone."
Wow. I was gonna ask you before we go, so I can let you go and get some food and stuff. I was gonna ask you, your daughter, the one that works for the Toronto Star, can you just refresh our memory? That's
Well,
your daughter. What was her name
She
again?
basically, she had a problem with heroin.
Yeah.
She doesn't do it. She went to a place out of the country. She doesn't do it. And you know who it was? A Toronto policeman. and he stole home. He lost his job, and fucking, you know, it's crazy times, you know.
Wow.
But
have you spoke to any of your kids yet? Have you lost contact with your kids?
No. Matter of fact, last Monday I went to Cavan on Parliament in Richmond, and you make long distance telephone calls. So I called up the Harknesses in Oma, and they gave me out the phone. He said, "Look, your daughter here, she's an actress. She'd like to. Her name is Siobhan Morton, and she just won 2 Emmys, adventure movies, all of Ireland. We're really proud of her, you know."
Yeah.
But she lives in Dublin, and then I have a son in Dublin. He's 34, and he writes fucking children's novels, you know. And you know, they're happy, you know.
That's good. And still, you want to go back home, right? You want to go back to Northern Ireland.
I miss, you know, walking over the country and fucking, you run into an old guy with a fucking bowler hat, you go, "Good morning" to you, you know.
Yeah.
And you see him in the pub that night, you buy him a shot of whiskey. And you know, my cousin turned around and says, "What are you buying that one?" I said, "He could be my grandfather. Fucking don't say bad words about him.
Exactly.
I want to get him. I hope he enjoys the whiskey." You know.
Exactly.
But I got to tell you a funny story of that. Myself, my brother Victor, he passed away fucking 44 years ago, leukemic cancer. Anyway, we were in Northern Ireland, and we went down to the Foyle River, and the festival gave us flounder for free. So we were taken up to this woman, her name is Mary Robinson, Scottish lady, married to an Irishman. Anyway, she turned around and she was cooking up for us. And my father says, "I don't want you guys going near the Foyle River, you're going to drown." So we went down and got our fish. My brother put it underneath his sweater. We see this father coming down this push bike, right? He says, "Where were you?" He says, "Do me a favour. Go up and get that cooked up and make sure you save me for dinner." Right?
Yeah,
So check this out. I'm sure you've heard of it. I'll never forget it. You know, Top of the Pops.
Top of the Pops, yeah.
Oh, you know, remember the Muscle Man? Doot, 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 doot.
Oh,
doot,
yeah.
So you know, my mother would put her on. I was in Castlewell in County Down, right?
Yeah.
And my father would say, "Come on, lads, in for dinner."
Yeah.
And my mother would yell out, "The Muscle Man's on!" Fucking, we were running back up into the house.
And who was it the time Jimmy Savile was hosting it? Jimmy Savile, was it?
Oh yeah.
He was hosting Top of the Pops, right?
Yeah.
And have you heard what's happened to him?
What?
He's obviously a nonce. He's a
what?
He's a nonce. He got caught after he passed away. It's been revealed that he was a predator for children. He was grooming children, and he was.
Oh, fucking right.
Yeah, because you haven't been watching TV in a while. So after he passed away, there was a whole investigation. Everyone found out he was taking advantage of his position, and the BBC knew. By the way, because remember the BBC are the one who hired him, right?
Yeah.
The BBC knew what he used to do. He had access to older children. Do you remember those days? Every kid loved Jimmy.
Kids, man. I hate pedophiles, though.
Yeah, he's a nonce. And
they should be locked up in a fucking prison with a fucking nut bars, you know, fucking. They're like a,
yeah.
You know. But I mean, they. What about that fucking guy from fucking Bomolka?
Who?
You know that guy that killed all the women?
Where?
In Toronto.
Oh yeah.
He was a fucking crazy. What was his name?
I don't even know.
His wife's name was Bomolka.
Something like that. I don't.
Anyway, she was
the white guy, right?
Yeah.
The white guy, right?
He was a fucking asshole, you know.
Yeah. I don't know his name. I'm not really familiar like.
And then the I'm trying to think. You know, I was in San Francisco 2 years ago, and my brother had a condo married to a very rich woman in Sausalito, and her parents passed away and left them the condo. Well, I arrived in San Francisco. I took the tram out to the Irish Centre. They were in their 90s playing dominoes, so I went back, got on the ferry, did an Alcatraz visit to her halfway, which was really interesting. They got all the condos look the same. Maybe this wasn't a good idea. So this guy Johnny had a truck. I seen my brother turning steaks to the barbecue. I said, "Can I interest you in a steak dinner, maybe a shot of whiskey?" He said, "I actually work for the Land and Forest, and I'm going to take you and your family tonight to show you a really good time. So we went to 5 different venues, and I'll tell you, see the fucking food? It was amazing. I got fucking steak, fucking caviar, fucking, it was really
Really good food.
yeah.
One of these days, I have to take you out for a good meal. One of these days, we will do a little makeover. Like if I've done this before with one of my other guys I was doing an interview with. One of the audience actually donated $200, and it went towards helping him. So I actually took him out, bought him clothes, got him a haircut, shower, and left him, and gave him the rest of the change. So hopefully if one of our listeners is listening and they do send any type of help, I'm more than glad to take you. But before then, I'm still going to help you. We're going to get you we're going to get you a new pair of shoes, new pair of trainers, and a belt in the meantime.
Right.
And until then, one of these days I'll take you out to get some new clothes, haircut, freshen up, your beard, line it up so you can see, so your lips are visible, and we'll, like, literally give you a shape up and stuff, and then we'll go and get some food of your favorite, whatever you want, steak and chips, whatever you feel like. Listen,
I like steak.
you like steak, right?
Yeah.
We'll get you the most expensive meal so you can eat good for once. You know what I mean? Kenny, you're actually a good man. You're a good human being.
But I'll tell you what, good old fucking Georgie Best.
Yeah.
Fucking Georgie was quite the footballer, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Pele was being interviewed by Brendan Hyde, the British war correspondent.
Yeah, you told me last time, and
funny.
he said,
"What's it like being number one?" And Pele said, "I'm not number one, I'm number
yeah.
two." See that kid at 16, late to his shoes, his name's George Best, and it's an appropriate name because he is the best.
He is the best.
But boy, he liked the old gargle.
Yeah.
They're playing Liverpool, right?
Yeah.
And the fucking Liverpool supporter threw a fucking banana in the pitch.
Oh.
And
idiots.
a can of Guinness, right? So Best took a bite of the banana, opened up the
peel, yeah.
toasted the crowd. He got a fucking 6-week suspension for it, right? He got back after 6 weeks. He scored 6 goals. And Brendan turned around and says, "Georgie, why did you score 6 goals?" You know what he says? "My governor's paid me great, lovely money to play this lovely game." He said, "I had to get caught up with all the one goal for every game that I had."
Yeah. He's sick. George Best was special. We know that he was a special player, and he'll always be. We played. The season is going to begin, and we've been playing pre-season.
Oh yeah.
And we played Real Madrid the other night.
Oh yeah. Who won?
We lost. Man, you lost 2-0, but it's pre-season, and they won. We played really well. We have this new coach. He's from Holland. This Dutchman.
Oh yeah.
We have a Dutchman as a coach. Really good football. Expand, like really, really, really beautiful football we're playing.
Oh wow. Yeah.
We had more ball possession than Real Madrid. We had more chances created than them. They scored 2 goals. One was a free kick, but while we weren't paying attention, they quickly went and scored. That was the first goal. The second goal was a brilliant goal, which we can't do nothing about. It was a bicycle kick, so you can't do anything. But apart from that, the whole game we created the most shots.
You remind me of this. I was going to tell you a funny story. Mrs. Robinson that used to cook the steaks for us. She was living in London, England.
Yeah.
And she was she said she couldn't help you out with enough money for a bottle of cider.
Yeah.
I said, "Mrs. Robinson, what are you doing here?" She says, "Kenny Harkness." She says, "They put me out. They kicked me out." And she says, I said, "I'll buy you." I said, "I'll get you a nice dress." And you come up into my room, you have a shower and you change it into the dress, and I give her £100, right? She passed away, and it was like it was sad though,
Yeah,
I mean, my brother Victor, he was 44 years ago. He had I was with him a month prior to him passing away. He had a mole on his cheek, and it looked festered. I said, "You should go to your local doctor or an emerge." He didn't like local doctors or emergencies. Ended up costing him his life. It was pneumatic cancer. My brother was in Oakville at his house. He finished work with Canada Trust, sat down on the bed, called Keith over to the bed, pulled his arms around him and said, "No more, it's like tell all my loved ones I'll see them in heaven without more, Victor, I'll tell you what.
He's a heartless man. He's a bit like me. I hate the doctors. That's why you said I hate the doctors. I'm like him. I hate the doctors.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah, like I already know this body's not meant to last long, and just like the earth and the planet is not meant to last long. And I'm a man of God. So yeah, I believe in God. I believe in a higher power, right?
Yeah, you gotta believe in.
So for me, your brother's right. He is in heaven, and he is looking down, and he's happy that you're still alive, pushing it with your mental state being well. Because at your age, and there's younger guys in there, younger than you, who don't know what day it is or time it is. Or
no, I know there's a lot of fucked up people in
gone,
there.
Right?
There's a lot of crazy people staying there.
Yeah, because they've mixed the regular people with the homeless people, with the refugees, with the mentally ill.
Well, you know what? I was at Casey House.
Yeah.
Do you know Casey House?
Casey?
But the food there was amazing. We all. Excuse me, can I interest you in a peanut butter and jelly sandwich? I like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Do you like peanut butter?
Yeah, of course.
Well, you know you gotta make your way to? Thailand.
Thailand?
Yeah, Thailand.
Yeah?
Well, I tell you what, they're like it's special, you know.
No, go on. I'm listening.
I've been there, you know, and
Yeah, I'm listening to. I was gonna also ask you, man. This was a brilliant interview, as always, Kenny. What I'm gonna do is one of these days I'm gonna bring you the size 12 trainers.
Could you drive me down to the bus stop?
Which bus stop?
Just the one down the street.
This one here?
Yeah.
I'm going the other way though.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Kenny.
That's okay.
I'll give you some, obviously some money. You can get some food and stuff.
Hi.
And next time I see you, I'm gonna definitely have your trainers in the boot and a belt for you.
Hi.
Yeah. And I'll see you then. Do you have any advice for my younger audience? Because there's younger people that actually watch my channel.
Stay away from drugs.
Stay away from drugs.
Yeah.
What else? Stay in school. What do you have? Like, what type of? Because you've seen it all, right? What would you advise them? What would you advise the kids?
Just listen to what their parents say.
Yeah.
And have a shower 3 times a week.
And if you had 2 wishes, what would your 2 wishes be right now?
What would I got? That I go to heaven.
Yeah, wow.
And well, I don't know. Second wish. There's a lot of them.
Go back to Ireland.
Yeah.
Go back to Northern Ireland. Yeah, man. All right, Kenny. Signing out, Kenny. Thank you for everything, like always. And thank you, yeah?